CTV News at 5 with Tony Rima and Rick Wyman with weather.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Tony is off. A 36-year-old snowmobiler from Shiging has died following a fatal crash over the weekend. OPP were called to a trail C107-D near Greenbush Road in Northeastern Manitoulin in the Islands around 1:30 Saturday morning. Investigators say the driver was pronounced dead at the scene. The case, is now in the hands of the coroner. The trail was fully closed throughout the weekend while first responders were on scene. Well, time for your first check on weather, and for more details, we go to CTV's Rick Wyman. And Rick, lots of people, including me, I think we need some sunshine.
You'll have to wait for that. We've got some snow. We've got some messy weather, not only for this evening, overnight, but into tomorrow as well. Our systems map, courtesy of Environment Canada and CAA. Get your membership today at caa.ca. We've got rain, flurries, freezing drizzle, a mixed bag of precipitation throughout various locales. We'll take a look at the forecast coming up in just a couple of minutes. So not the greatest of days for Family Day across the province, particularly in Northeastern Ontario. We're going to make the most of it, but you'll have to wait for that sunshine in a little bit later on. Back to you.
Love it. Thanks, Rick. Well, Mattawa Town Council is calling on the province to further strengthen and protect two key industries that are prominent in Northern Ontario: steel and softwood lumber, with tariffs from the U.S. trade war. CTV's Eric Tashner reports.
Following in the footsteps of another Northern Ontario township, Mattawa Town Council is urging the province to do more to protect the steel and lumber industries.
We still have a lot of people that depend in Mattawa, especially on the forestry industry.
Nairn and Hyman Township passed a motion in early December calling for urgent support. Municipalities across the north are facing uncertain economic challenges, including the shutdown of Mattawa's Tembec sawmill and Domtar, a pulp and paper mill in Espanola.
That really set us back quite a few paces.
Northern Ontario was built on these these industries, and I guess I can understand the frustration.
The town will send a notice of support to all levels of government: the Minister of Natural Resources, the Minister of Northern Development, and all Ontario municipalities.
Our Premier says, everything's on the table. We want to keep Ontario strong.
Fanum praised the federal government for tightening tariff rate quotas on foreign steel imports, opening roughly $850 million in domestic demand, while also allocating $500 million in new financing for softwood lumber firms, paired with a $500 million expansion of the Business Development Bank of Canada's Softwood Guarantee Program.
Making sure that we're firing on all cylinders and making sure that our smaller communities are ready to adapt and to take on the challenge.
Mattawa Council is requesting the province introduce additional financial, regulatory and policy-based supports to ensure steel and lumber sectors remain competitive and are able to withstand ongoing tariff pressures.
If you can save losing jobs, it's worthwhile. Give a little to make a little.
According to the province, most steel made in Canada comes from Ontario, directly employing over 17,000 people. Forestry provides around 128,000 jobs, including many in rural and northern communities. Eric Tashner, CTV News, North Bay.
A big infrastructure project in the city of Timmins Shores is getting some big help from the province. City officials have revealed they were successful in getting funding from the province for upgrades to the sewage plant in New Liskeard. The plant is roughly 18 years old. It's roughly a $7.7 million project, and Ontario came through with $4.9 million. The city's mayor telling CTV News they're still waiting to hear back from the federal government to see if it plans to help with the rest of the funding.
And with this upgrade, not only does it, really improve the system, but it also improves the capacity at the lagoon site. So where we're seeing a little bit of growth in some new housing and everything, this will certainly help us, in a couple of different areas.
Work is expected to start sometime in the spring, and it will likely take about 2 years to finish. Well, this is the first season since the city of Greater Sudbury decided to keep open the lively ski hill. Those who helped save it report usage this winter shows their efforts were worthwhile. CTV's Angela Gemmell has more.
Dozens wait in line to take the pommel lift up to the top of the lively ski hill. The facility is buzzing with more than 160 skiers and snowboarders this family day.
It's not just Lively that's here, it's people from all over Sudbury coming to experience these things. It's been an unbelievable show of support from the community to come out. Sudbury's a beautiful spot in the winter. We want to use the outdoors as best as we can.
Last year, the city had been considering closing the hill due to low numbers, but a volunteer committee stepped up to help increase usage, and it was saved. They've added a terrain section with jumps and rails and affordable user fees. But it's the size that's most appealing for many families, introducing young children to skiing and snowboarding.
I think it's a little bit easier for my little brother because he's just starting to ski.
I find it's really fun and I want to do it again.
Yeah?
I want to do it again too.
This family has been coming since they moved from BC 7 years ago.
It's super affordable, and the city's done an awesome job along with all the volunteers just like turning this place around. It's awesome. We ski here more than we ski anywhere else just because it's our favorite place to ski.
It's got that perfect blend of small but yet still challenging. Whether you're hitting our jumps and our rails, because we've got a really good beginner jumps and rail program here as well this year, or just really getting a few runs under your belt before you get onto some of those bigger hills.
Kurt says there's been an unbelievable show of support from the community to embrace the hill. He adds next year, the committee wants to fundraise towards upgrades for the chalet facility. Each time it's open, the lively ski hill sees an average of 150 users.
These are the faces of the women who will be featured in the Breaking Down Barriers workshop series put on by the Sudbury Women's Centre.
We had some technical difficulties there. Our apologies. We'll re-air that in 6 o'clock. Well, time for a quick break. Coming up on CTV News at 5, Rick has your full weather forecast. For now, let's go to a live shot of the marina in Elliott Lake. This shot coming courtesy of the city, and this one just screams winter, doesn't it? I think I can see a few snowflakes flying there. We'll find out from Rick how long that exactly will last. Stay with us. You're watching CTV Northern Ontario.
When you see it happen, send it to CTV News. Text 10400 from your screen to ours. Text 10400.
Not the best of days weather-wise. We've got some messy weather in our forecast with rain, freezing rain, drizzle, freezing drizzle, and to top that off, we've got flurries, and more importantly, in a couple of days, we're going to get more snow. Our forecast radar, as issued by Environment Canada, shows system predominantly stuck, relatively, in and around Timiskaming shores. Of course, in and around several areas, Gore Bay as well. There's a freezing rain warning, Sault Ste. Marie, Gore Bay, what have you. So again, that seems to be stuck over there. That's going to affect the weather conditions overnight. But again, as that system moves forward, we will see some snow coming up in just a couple of days. So get ready for that. Again, that system, here's that system popping into the forecast. So again, let's have a look and see what we've got from some of our numbers here coming up momentarily. Here we go. Sudbury Nickel Belt. Mainly sunny for tomorrow, +4. Then we've got the chance of snow at 40% come Wednesday, -5. -4 Thursday, cloud cover. Chance of snow on Friday, 60%, -4, and -4 again Saturday with the cloud cover. Moving on over to Sault Ste. Marie and Algoma, mainly cloudy for tomorrow, -4. Snow on Wednesday, -2. -2 on Thursday, some cloud cover. Chance of snow Friday, -2. And -3 with the cloud cover. Again, some rain, freezing rain, and a lot more into the overnight, continuing into tomorrow as well. Milder temperatures. Timmins, Cochrane, Kapuskasing, chance of flurries at 0. Take a look at the cloud cover here. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, all at -6. Talk about consistency in our forecast. Timiskaming Shores and Kirkland Lake, we've got mainly sunny skies for tomorrow, +3, -5 on Wednesday, Thursday -6, -6 chance of snow Friday, and Saturday some cloud cover at -4. And wrapping things up now with North Bay and West Nipissing. Some sun and cloud for tomorrow, +4, -4 on Wednesday, chance of snow. Thursday, some cloud cover, -4. And again, Friday, Saturday, chance of snow, cloud cover, -4. Talk about consistency in terms of temperatures, Ian. So again, it's going to be a rather consistent forecast when it comes to temperatures and conditions, but some of that sunshine in Greater Sudbury, you'll have to wait a few days for that. Back to you.
I'll take it. Thanks, Rick. Well, the Sudbury Women's Center is seeing a group of women interested in learning more from trailblazers across male-dominated industries. It's all part of a workshop series aimed at advancing workplace equity and inclusion. CTV's Lindsay Alick reports.
These are the faces of the women who will be featured in the Breaking Down Barriers workshop series put on by the Sudbury Women's Center.
This project is to help support women in male-populated industries, help kind of break those barriers and support them in navigating those barriers, while also helping the organizations build more inclusive workplaces.
Funded by the Women and Gender Equity Grant, Sudbury Women's Center will provide training in Sudbury, Manitoulin, North Bay, Timmins, Thunder Bay, and Sault Ste. Marie.
This really strongly aligns with what I advocate for. So I help women who don't have access to traditional resources and business and education credentials really look at how they can overcome barriers. So to have this accessible in Sudbury, and I was hearing from Samantha, this is also a program across Northern Ontario, I think it's going to be hugely beneficial.
Lorelei Ratushniak is the first speaker in the series. She's the founder of a management consulting firm, a director of mining relations, and Miss Regional Canada.
When we feel like we don't have enough resources, or we don't have the right credentials, or we're not seeing in our external world what we need to be successful, we can talk ourselves out of things. So I think there's a lot of real barriers I want to explore internally and have women understand, what does it really mean to change? What are some of those maybe beliefs that don't serve us, that we unconsciously are carrying with us, that are getting in the way of either applying for a job or maybe speaking up?
From tech and construction to emergency services and business, the series gets underway at the Sudbury Women's Center February 18th and runs Wednesdays 6 to 8 p.m. until March 25th. Lindsay Alick, CTV News, Sudbury.
Coming up on CTV News at 5, it was a very busy weekend around the north for minor hockey. Plus, the Sudbury Wolves celebrate a hockey legend this afternoon in the Sudbury Arena. Today's Family Day game for the Sudbury Wolves was all about celebrating a legend and his storied career. CTV's Madison Marier has more with Joe Bowen at the Sudbury Arena.
A special visit from the Sudbury born and raised Joe Bowen after announcing his retirement as the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Well, I'm coming home is what it is. It's a very special day. The Wolves have asked me to come up for a Holy Mackinac Day. We're going to raise some money, which is great for charity. They're selling T-shirts and the like. And they're going to have a pregame ceremony for me at Center Ice, which will be a lot of fun. This is home, and it always will be.
Bowen began his career announcing the Sudbury Wolves games before heading out to the Leafs in 1982.
It is full circle. It really is. I mean, we had some wonderful teams here when I first started broadcasting back in the 1970s. Whoa, that's a long time ago. But it was a lot of fun. We had great teams, great players.
So we decided to honor Joe Bowen because not only is he from Sudbury, he started his career here with the Sudbury Wolves, which then expanded, of course, into being the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Back for one appearance, Bowen will be up in the Wolves broadcasting booth with his son David, announcing the game for those at home.
I am so very proud that he has done this all on his own, and he's very good. He's very, very good. And so that will be the special part of it. His three older brothers will be watching the game on TV today and having some fun at our expense, I'm sure. But it'll be a special moment, not only for David, but for all of our family.
I'm just so proud of what he's been able to accomplish. He's a Hall of Famer and obviously a fantastic broadcaster, but more importantly to me, he's just been an awesome dad, and he's made sure that I could follow any dreams that I've had.
Bowen's catchphrase, Holy Mackinac, will be printed on T-shirts raising money for Play It Forward, along with signature sheets at his meet and greet. Madison Marier, CTV News, Sudbury.
And it was a busy weekend in the OHL. Friday night, the Sudbury Wolves would find a win against the Brampton Steelheads 4-1. The Sioux Greyhounds made a third period push to tie up the game. It would go into a shootout in London, but the Knights would tally the win 4-3. The Greyhounds road trip would continue in Owen Sound Saturday against the Attack. The Greyhounds would again find themselves in a third period push that would take them to a shootout. This time, the Shots would go their way for a 6-5 win. The North Bay Battalion would play host to the Niagara Ice Dogs Sunday, allowing only one goal against for a 9-1 victory. All three teams were in action today for Family Day, and we'll have those scores coming up at 6 o'clock. And a look at the standings after another action-packed weekend in the NOJHL. Two more teams have clinched their playoff spots with only 4 weeks left to go in the regular season. The Sioux Thunderbirds will be looking to close the gap on the Powassan Voodoos to steal against home ice advantage. We're about halfway through the 2026 Milano Cortina Winter Olympic Games. Over the weekend, the community of Thessalon gathered at the curling club to watch local biathlete Shiloh Russo race. The town has gathered for all her races to support the first-time Olympian. Russo finished 80th in the women's 7.5-kilometer sprint. The curling club will be offering another watch party Wednesday, February 19th, when Russo will compete in the 4x6-kilometer relay. There's been a lot of buzz around Team Canada curling with accusations of burnt stones in both the men's and women's competition. The controversy isn't stopping either team from doing well. Sault Ste. Marie's Brad Jacobs picked up a pair of wins over the weekend and won 8-2 over Czechia this morning. The women lost their games over the weekend against Switzerland and Great Britain. Team Holman were playing a doubleheader today, winning their match against China 10-5 this morning. In the afternoon, they played Japan, who lost their morning match to Korea. The Canadians would take an early lead and beat Japan at 9-6. And Megan Oldham from Parry Sound is today's Canadian hero, snatching a gold medal out of big air. Oldham finishing nearly 2 points ahead of her closest competition to take the top spot on the podium. The gold medal she won today pairs nicely with the bronze medal she picked up in the freestyle slopestyle competition last week. I know Parry Sound is super stoked right now for sure. Gloomy weather in the Sioux didn't discourage young locals from enjoying the variety of Bonsu activities. CTV's Corey Nordstrom has more on the Family Day fun at the annual Winter Carnival.
The machine shop was a busy place for Family Day as locals took advantage of the day off of work and school to enjoy some togetherness and let the kids take in some classic outdoor activities.
It's a perfect bonding experience. While my mom takes care of my youngest, I get to go with my oldest and spend good quality time, just me and her. There's good quality of people here. It's a fun, safe activity for the whole family to enjoy.
My whole family, because we can do a lot of fun stuff together. I like that when we get to ice skate and when we also get to play on the slides.
The layout of the main area in the Canal District has seen some changes with new activities for the kids in addition to the bum slides that always draw the big crowds. And though the rainy weather may have turned some away, it holds advantages according to the experts.
I like the parkour like this, and then I like the slide, and that's all.
Why do you like it?
Because the slides, when it's raining, it's super slidey.
This year saw the addition of a campfire cabin, bringing acoustic jams and perhaps the forecasting hopes of some attendees. Mother Nature's cooperation has not been common in recent years at the Winter Carnival, meaning an increase of indoor activities all week long. For the youth in attendance, indoors or out, this beats the place they'd usually be on a Monday.
Way better than school, because you got to do so much more stuff, and you don't have to do homework.
Corey Nordstrom, CTV News, Sault Ste. Marie.
Love that. I'm going to have to get out there and check it out before it all wraps up. When we return, we'll take a look at your community close-up. You're watching First at 5. Time now for a look at your community close-up, and for that we begin along the North Shore in the town of Massey. Cindy Dancy sent us this great pic of Rose and Jack cheering on Team Canada in the Olympics. What a great shot of this pair, and I love the names. Who wasn't thrilled with this weekend's big win over France? Wow, certainly not these two. Thanks so much for sharing. Linda Durkash of Caprel sent us this great shot of a little chickadee enjoying some of the seed mixture she left behind along the moonlight trails. Thanks so much for feeding our little birdie friends, Linda. I got some black sunflower seed for my mom, and I'm thinking they like that as well. Larry Kirtley of Blind River was busy along the banks of the Mississauga River this past weekend. Check out this hoarfrost he managed to capture from what I'm guessing is along the banks. It's shots like these that make winter so pretty, isn't it? Almost makes all that shoveling in the driveway worthwhile. And finally, this past weekend was the Beaver Lake Winter Carnival, where funds raised went to the Beaver Lake Sport and Cultural Club. And what a crowd. Lots of people showing up to support the Cultural Club. Lovely little shot of me there in Worthington, including Angela Gemmell and Madison Mary and myself. Thanks to all who came out, bought some pancakes, and thank you to the chefs. Those were absolutely delicious. If you have any pictures, videos, or events you'd like us to showcase, you can email them to us at communitycloseup@bellmedia.ca. Well, what's in a name? We're soon about to find out what residents in West Nipissing think. They're in the midst of voting on new fun names for their Zambonis and plows. And when I say fun, they got really creative in some of the choices they're voting on. Names like Poutine It in Reverse, Jean-Guy the Rubber Plow in honor of a Sturgeon Fowls drinking establishment, I'm being told, and Obi-Wan Zamboni. Voting is now open on the municipality's website. It's the idea of Councillor Chris Rivard, who tells CTV News he's hopeful it'll provide a smile to many in the community.
I was really happy with how much participation we got. I see there must be quite a few dozen names there, a lot of options, and now we're just in the voting stage, and I hope people participate again and we make sure that we get the ones that best represent West Nipissing.
Some of the names up for grabs are in both French and English to honor the community's bilingual roots, hence the names like Jean-Guy the Rubber Plow. And the estimated cost to apply these names, roughly about $1,400. What a fantastic idea. I'm going to have to practice Poutine It in Reverse. There's more news for the North coming up at 6. For now, continue watching as we hand things over to CTV National News.